Alright, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to do backhands on rifle and on saber. I wanted to start out with something you could do inside because it's gross and rainy out today, so when the weather gets better, I'll do something on flag outside. But again, I just wanted to do something that you could do inside with a rifle or a saber. If you've never done rifle or saber before and you want to give it a shot, just make sure that you're comfortable with drop spins first on both of the pieces of equipment. I do have 3 rifles that I was going to donate to the school anyway, so first come, first serve. If you've never tried a rifle before and you don't have a rifle, please let me know if you want to have a rifle, and I'll get one to your house if you feel comfortable with that. I can just drop it off. You don't even have to see me, so just let me know. Also, before I start, I just wanted to say that if you do have any other tricks that you want to know, or any technique stuff that you want to know, or dance, even, it doesn't have to be on equipment, let me know and I can also send that to you. Alright, so let's go ahead and start. So you're going to be in a second position here and you're going to be out of right flat, so I'm not mirroring you, keep that in mind. From here you're going to go ahead and push the rifle down, so you're going to go full perpendicular, so the butt should be parallel to the floor. From here it's almost like my rifle's going to be bouncing off an imaginary wall here, and I'm going to release at this point. Okay, so my rifle is going to be spinning. As it's spinning, I'm going to go ahead, bring my hand back down and go basically so my thumb is down and my knuckles are away from me. So it's like backhand. Are you going back the way that you came? Okay, so again, knuckles are away, thumb is down. So when you do that in context, it would look like this. Here, backhand. Notice how when I catch, I have a straight arm here. I'm not really bent in like that, so it's going to be helpful if you have a straight arm. Also, make sure that you're catching when the butt, again, is parallel to the ground. Okay, this kind of stays at your side here. It doesn't really go towards the center of your body, so keep that in mind as well. You can do these consecutively. I will say just make sure that you're really squeezing and pressing with your thumb each time. Otherwise, if you start, if you don't squeeze, or if you wrap your thumbs, in either case, your rifle's going to start going this way instead of being this way like it's supposed to. So it's going to be in a different plane. So make sure that you're pressing your thumbs, you're not wrapping them. But you really do have to squeeze. So this is really good for your forearms and for your wrist dexterity. Okay, so the tendency when you do these consecutively, whether it's on rifle or on saber, is to start doing this thing with your shoulder as you're doing it. So the way to kind of fix that is to put your left hand on your right shoulder and kind of think about pressing your shoulder back as you do these consecutively. So think about where you're grabbing. You want to think about grabbing and looking in the neck, because that's where you want to grab. So make sure you keep your focus there as you do these consecutively. You can do these on the left side. You just go to a left flat, bring it here, so then the tip is parallel to the ground. Backhand, it is more difficult, it's a little bit scarier. You're just going to be grabbing in between the tape, or sorry, the end of the bolt and the swivel here. So just make sure you have it done on the right first before you do it on the left. So on saber, it's pretty much the same thing. The only thing that's really different is that you're going to be pinching rather than like really pressing, I would say, with your thumb. Well, you are pressing with your thumb, but it's more of like, instead of more like a grab, you're really have to think about the pinch more, which is basically how saber is anyways. So you're going to be starting again at a right flat. Make sure that you bring your hand in between those 2 tapes, because that's where you're going to be grabbing, so that's where you're going to want your focus to be. Push down, saber is parallel to or perpendicular to the ground. Release and backhand. If you do these on rifle and then you do them on saber, you're going to notice that you don't need as much flick as you did on rifle. Okay, so again, you're grabbing in between those 2 tapes. Same thing, the tendency is to do this as you do it consecutively, so just counterbalance that by having your hand there. But it's really the same thing, and you just want to think about really pressing your thumb on the saber a lot. You want to really think about pressing it there each time, that way you don't start going in this plane. So if I did it from the side, it would look like this, backhand. Okay, think about keeping it in that plane because you do want it to be going like this, not like this. All right, I'll do it on rifle sideways so you can see better. I definitely recommend slowing this down. Okay, it's gonna be a lot easier. So really all that's happening, either way, rifle or saber, you're here, you go up, you release at this point, bring your hand back down and grab. Okay, when you do these consecutively from here, all that's happening when you flick it back up is you're doing this. You're just going back to this point. So you're literally doing this over and over. Okay, so from here, backhand. Okay, so that's how you would kind of do it consecutively. So you're literally just going to those 2 points. Alright, so I hope that that was kind of helpful and you learned something. Let me know if you guys have any tricks that you want to learn. And yeah.